Hi everyone, I'm MacKinnon. I'm an applied mindfulness practitioner and coach. I teach mindful movement in the form of yoga, qigong, and also exercise and fitness. I'm based on the Gold Coast in Australia, and today I really wanted to share with you some chair yoga. Sometimes because of injury or illness or tiredness, it's really useful to be able to still do a little bit of stretching and movement while we're sitting down. Also really useful if you spend a lot of time in an office and sitting. You could do this during a break at your workplace or in your office. So that's what we're up to today, just a short 10 to 15 minute stretch, and let's get started. Let's start today's practice with a little bit of breathing. We're sitting, so it could well become sitting meditation. Just sit back in your chair, use the support of your chair to help you lift your spine. You're welcome to have your hands open on your knees or your legs or in your lap. You might even want to have your hands on your belly and your chest, whatever feels most comfortable. And we're going to gently close our eyes and feel our feet on the floor. And now we're going to feel the breath passing across our nose. We're going to draw the breath right down into our belly and notice the expansion of the belly as the in-breath fills it. Just try it for a moment. Drawing the breath in through the nose, let it fill the belly, feel the belly expand. Pause for a moment for a couple of heartbeats, and then we're going to exhale either through the mouth or the nose, and you're going to imagine that out breath traveling up your spine, up through the neck, through the back of the skull, and out the top of the head. Let's do that again, shall we? Have a breath in through the nose. Draw the breath down into the belly and feel the belly expand. This time make sure that the shoulders are soft, that the jaw is unclenched. Pause for a couple of heartbeats. And then we exhale through the mouth or the nose. Imagine that breath traveling up through the spine, through the neck, through the back of the skull, and out the crown of the head. You can let that exhale be longer than the inhale. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. And as we breathe in this time, let's imagine that we're breathing in golden light that fills every part of our body with nourishment and life-giving energy. Breathing in. Feel the belly expand. Feel yourself rising up. And as you exhale, let that breath flow through you and out the crown of your head and spread peace into the world. Allow that golden breath, that golden energy to spread peace into the world. And one more time, breathing in. Pause for a heartbeat or 2. And as you exhale, let all tension flow out of the body. Oh, that's a nice way to start, isn't it? Let's come a little further forward on our chairs. And we'll just begin by rolling the shoulders. We hold an enormous amount of tension in our shoulders and our neck, or we can do. Not everybody does. I do. That's where I hold a lot of my stress and tension. Just notice the feel of the shoulder blades as they glide across the back. There they are, coming together as you roll back. And as you roll your shoulders forward, we feel the collarbones come together and the shoulder blades expand. Let's just do a couple of those one way. And we breathe in as we roll back and breathe out as we roll forwards. You are so welcome to close your eyes at any time. And let's go the other way now. Opening up the chest and the collarbones, rolling the shoulders forward, breathing out and breathing in and out. Just keep coming back to the feel of the shoulder blades gliding across the upper back and the opening and the closing of the chest. Good work. How about while we're working on this upper area, upper trapezius, this area is called, and the neck, let's just place our hands gently on our knees and we might do a couple of neck stretches. Let's just drop our ear towards our shoulder very gently. And we're going to place the hand very gently on the head. Now we're not pushing down for this one. We're just resting the hand on the head. And you might feel a lovely stretch through the side of the neck. As we just rest here, we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, breathing in through the nose and breathe out all tension from the neck. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Let's take the hand off the head and gently drop the chin towards the chest. And as you do that, you'll feel, I think, a stretch through the back of the neck. Let the chin come towards the center of the chest. And now rolling the chin back the same way. And this time we're going to tilt it up towards the ceiling and you'll feel a stretch through the front of the neck. And then ear towards the shoulder, chin towards the chest. Let the head roll forward and then rolling the same way back, ear towards the shoulder, chin towards the chest. You might hear some clicks and pops through the neck as you go. I certainly do. When that happens, just imagine, come on up, I just imagine my neck gliding. And as we practice that over time, somehow, as we're practicing the exercise and that intention for glide, a glidiness gently arises through our neck. Let's go to the other side. Tilting the ear first towards the other shoulder. And now taking that hand and resting it, just gently resting it on the top of the head. You'll feel a stretch through the center of the neck. Let yourself breathe long and deep down into the belly. You can breathe out through the nose or the mouth and release all tension as you go. Feel that breath pass across the nostrils down into the belly, and then feel the breath rise up and out of the body. Let's release the hand, placing it back on the knee. And just like we did on the first side, tilt the chin towards the chest, rolling the chin down towards the center of the chest. You'll notice the stretch through the back of the neck, and then gently gliding the head and the neck back to the side, and now tilt the chin upwards. Inhaling as you go, and you feel that stretch through the front of the neck. You might even feel the stretch moving down into the deltoid area, the shoulder joint, and maybe even down the arm a little bit. Everything's connected, of course, in the human body. Let's roll back to the side. Feel that stretch through the side of the neck. Then dropping the chin very gently down towards the center of the chest. Keep that long, slow, deep breath going, gliding the head and the neck. Ear back towards the shoulder, and then lifting the chin up towards the sky. Feel that stretch through the front of the neck and perhaps into that shoulder area. And then very gently come back to center. Let's just pause for a moment. Take a nice deep breath, moving the shoulders a little bit, and just take a moment to notice how the neck is feeling, how the tops of the shoulders are feeling, and how the upper back is feeling. When we take that moment to pause, it allows the brain to register a lengthening of the muscles, a relaxation of the muscles. And that's a good thing. Having one more breath here. Just noticing how the neck and the upper back and the tops of the shoulders feel. Well done. Let's come a little bit further to the edge of our chair. Hands are on the knees, and we're now going to start to move in towards the spine, the whole of the spinal cord and the whole of the back. Some of you who practice yoga regularly will know this as cat and tiger, or cat and cow is what it's sometimes called. I'm going to turn side on so that you can see what's happening to my back and my spine. Hands on the knees. We breathe out as we arch the spine, tuck the chin on the chest, tucking the tailbone under. And now we lift the chest up. We open the chest and the chin up, and you can see my back flexing. The tailbone sticks out like a duck's tail. Breathing out. Let's do that again. Curling the shoulders over this time. And breathing in. Opening up the chest, lifting the chin, looking up. Breathing in. And let's go one more time. Breathing out. And breathing in. And now let's come back to neutral. Positioning the head over the top of the spine, like a bowling ball on top of a broomstick. That's it. Relaxing the tops of the shoulders. And bring the tailbone into a kind of a neutral position. It's neither tucked up like a duck's tail, and it's not tucked under either. Take a moment to notice how the length of the spine feels. Maybe there's a little bit more movement there. One of the things we want to do is to keep the spine moving. So that is a great exercise to do every day. Now we're going to open up the lower back. We'll sit towards the front of our chair again, and we're going to fold our body over and just let ourselves hang between our legs, letting the head drop taking a nice deep breath into the belly, and you might notice the way that the lower back opens up in this particular posture. I'm going to show you side on again so that you can see what's happening to my back and my spine. We let everything relax. Let all tension run out of the top of the head, out of the shoulders, out of the arms and the hands, and into the earth. Breathe into the belly. Feel the belly fill with life-giving oxygen. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And just notice the way that the lower back not only opens up, but begins to soften. If you have lower back issues, this can be a really useful one to relieve tension in the lower back. Taking one more breath here. Then with the chin tucked on the chest, let's peel ourselves back up, imagining each vertebra stacking one on top of the other as we rise up and come back to a neutral sitting position. How are you feeling? Do you feel like there's a little bit more energy and life and freedom running through your spine and your back, your neck, your shoulders now? I hope so. Here's a great one for massaging the digestive system, for expanding the ribs, the side of the rib cage. We want to be able to expand this area so that we can breathe more deeply. And if we can start to stretch those tight, strong intercostal muscles that hold the ribs together, then we begin to, and the rib cage expands, then we can breathe more deeply into the lungs as well. Here's what we're going to do. With our feet flat on the floor, I'm sitting quite a long way forward on this chair. It's like a big storybook chair. It's enormous. What we're going to do is take one hand across to the opposite knee. Let your spine rise up nice and tall. Let's do that first. That's it. Then take the hand across to the opposite knee, and then you might be able to take the back of the chair. This one's slightly awkward, so I'm going to take the top of the chair. And with that really tall spine, we're going to move from the lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders and head, and exhale and hold a twist, a seated twist. Let's breathe into the belly. I know it feels a little bit weird. We breathe into the belly and feel the belly expand. You might feel that nice expansion through the ribs as well. We're massaging our digestive organs. We're expanding and stretching those intercostal muscles in our rib cage, and you might even feel the twist through the upper back around the shoulder blade area. Let's take a deep breath in, and we're going to come back systematically. So we're going to bring our head, shoulders, upper back, mid back, and lower back. Good. Just take a moment to notice how that feels. You might want to close your eyes so you can take your attention inside your body. Let's take another breath now, in. And we're going to go to the other side, taking the hand across to the opposite knee, lifting the spine up nice and tall, taking hold of the chair where it's comfortable. And again, we turn lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. And we're going to hold it here, breathing into our belly, feeling the the stretch through the waist. We're turning from the waist, feeling the length through our spine, keeping the shoulders down. Taking one more deep breath into the belly. And then we come back on the out breath, turning the head, shoulders, upper back, mid back, lower back. Coming back to center. Find a comfortable position, and again, just notice you might want to move your spine a little bit. You might want to wriggle around a little bit, and then just come to a neutral position and notice how the body is feeling. So we've worked through some of the neck, shoulders, the spine, and now twisting right through the spine, through the ribs, into the waist. These are all really useful exercises for our body. What we haven't done yet though is focused on the hips. The hips hold a lot of emotional energy. So let's do something with our hips to open them up. If you have trouble with sciatica or piriformis, the little tiny muscle right deep down inside our glutes, this is a great one to help with that. Again, I'm going to sit on the edge of my enormous storybook chair. What we're going to do is cross one leg over the knee. Now I do warn you, if any of this part of our exercise hurts your knee, any ripping, burning, tearing, you need to come out of it right away. Okay, we don't want any of that sort of feeling. We're going to flex our foot to help protect our knee. Now for some of you, this might be enough, just simply sitting with the leg crossed at the ankle. You might already be feeling the glute and the hip and the side of the leg opening up. If you want a little bit more from this stretch, I'm just moving around slightly to find a position where I can shift my weight forward slightly. I'm going to rest my elbow on my knee to open up that area a little bit more. And now I'm going to take my body forwards. Oh, my chest is coming towards my shin. My shoulders are relaxed, and we breathe deeply. Don't hold your breath. So when we feel tension and resistance, which is what we do feel when we're doing yoga sometimes, we want to use our breath to release that. In this particular exercise, we want to move towards that tension and resistance in our hip as if it is a very dear friend. We love our hips. So take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your belly soften, let your face soften, let your shoulders soften. And exhale out that tension and resistance in the hip. You can go as far forward as your body is happy for you to go. So don't let the ambitious mind get in the way here. This is a conversation between you and your body. As soon as your body says enough, we stop, and you may even want to pull back. How are you going? Taking some nice deep breaths, feeling that hip opening. We want to hold these stretches for at least 5 counts so that the body has a chance to notice what's going on. It can work with the brain to notice the stretch, to notice the opening, and then we let the body melt. On an in-breath, let's slowly, slowly, slowly come on up. And let's release the ankle from the knee. And just sit comfortably for a moment and notice how that side of the hip is feeling. Feel free to close the eyes, take your awareness into your body. Softening the belly. You might feel an openness, a warmth, a feeling of energy flowing through that hip now. Having done that side, we need to do the other side, or we will walk away from our chair like pirates, hobbling on one wooden leg. So let's take the other leg up, crossing the ankle at the knee, flexing the foot to protect the knee. You might notice a difference between each side. One side might be easier than the other to do. That's completely normal. Let's rise up tall, breathing in, and now we start to just very gently shift our weight over that knee. Stop when it feels too much. Respect your body. Be kind to your body. If it's still feeling okay to go forwards, we start to move the chest towards the shin. That's it. And if you want to, you can take the torso over that leg, dropping the head. And now we breathe into that stretching hip, that opening hip, with love and tenderness. On the out breath, we release the tension and the resistance that we might be feeling. We take a couple more breaths. Let yourself melt. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And on the next inhale, let's slowly support ourselves back up to sitting. Taking the foot off the knee. Find a comfortable position. You might even want to sit back in your chair now with the support of your backrest and just notice that side of the body and how that side of the body is feeling. Closing the eyes to take your awareness inside. That's got a very special word, interoception, which is a capacity unique to human beings, to take our awareness inside our bodies and notice what we're feeling physically and what we're feeling emotionally. Just notice if that side of the legs and the hip is feeling a little bit more open and energized. How about we finish our little practice, our little seated yoga practice, the same way that we started, with some meditation, some breathing, some sitting breathing. Hands on the legs, hands are open. We have our hands open so that we are embodying a letting go. We don't need to hold on and clench. We are able to just open our hands and through our breath, allow ourselves to encounter whatever life gives us. We can rest in our breath and know that in this moment, we are safe and sound. We are absolutely okay. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your lower back pressed into your chair. Closing the eyes if you'd like to. Let's breathe in through the nose. Feel the belly fill with air. As you exhale, let the breath flow up the back of the body and out the crown of the head, releasing any last tension. Breathing at your own pace, taking another deep breath in. Allow that golden light of healing and love to fill up your body. Pause for a couple of heartbeats. The spine is long. The chin is slightly pulled in so the head is over the top of the spine. Breathing out through the mouth on the nose, allowing the breath to flow up the back body, out the crown of the head. Let's do 2 more long, slow breaths. Inhaling, feeling the belly expand. Exhaling, feel the belly soften. And 1 more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Take a moment to just let the breath flow at its own pace through your body. Notice how the mind is feeling now. Maybe feeling a little steadier, a little more focused, a little calmer. Maybe the heart is feeling a little calmer as well. Let's take the left hand and bring our awareness to the wisdom that we carry from the past. And our right hand that holds the promise and the dreams and hopes of the future. We bring our palms and our fingers together and we feel our hands meet. The wisdom of the past, the promise of the future. We're going to bring our thumbs right to the heart center and take a moment in the only place that we can ever be, this present moment. Taking a breath, and we say that wonderful word namaste, N-A-M-A-S-T-E, which basically means when I am calm and centered and awake in myself, and you are calm and centered and awake in yourself. We see each other and we remember that we are from one eternal energy. Namaste, everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed our seated yoga session this afternoon. My name is Alice MacKinnon, and you can find lots more classes on my website, www.aliceionamckinnon.com. Thank you.